So this is the Vise I ended up, after doing quite a bit of research on, I decided to get, just because there's plenty of reviews, 59 reviews for this particular Vise. 6.5 inches is perfect for what I need it for. I'm not going to need it for anything more than 6.5 inches. The other thing that's also cool with this Vise, you could take it completely out, reverse this. I'll leave a link in the description to some of the reviews that people are giving on this particular Vise, but I figure I did several hours worth of research on vices, on the different vices, and I came to the conclusion this is one of the best you could get for the money, and it's a little bit steep. You're at $264 with shipping, or shipping's free for this item if you're using Amazon, and you get the Prime. Comes out to about $280 when everything's said and done. You could get 2-day delivery. The reason I chose this one, as opposed to, for an example, as opposed to like the Wilton 4600, which, if you don't know, this is the one that Eric the car guy got, and I'm not saying anything about his decision, but to tell you the truth, I don't know if he paid for it or not, or somebody just sent it to him. But if somebody sent me this Vise for free, I would have no problem using it. Not to say that it's not a good Vise, and it almost looks exactly the same in a lot of ways. But I believe this is made in China, I believe. So that's one of the reasons I chose not to get this one in particular. I'm sure it will hold its own. I'm sure it'll last a lifetime, but I opted out to get the American-made Vise instead of this one. Pay a little bit extra, so you see the pricing difference, about $60. If it's something, you know, you're talking about $60 over a lifetime. So, I mean, what is that, you know, depending on how long I live, what is that, a dollar a year or whatever, just to have, you know, USA. I want to see the USA on it. And to tell you the truth, I was under the impression most Vices were not USA made. I thought you would have to pay over $1,000. So in order for me to pay $264 for an American made Vise, to me that sounds like a good deal to me. So anyways, this is like it shows right here. Some of them you'll see, I'll show you in a minute, but the ductile strength, it shows you that it's only like, where does it say here? Here it is right here. So it's a country of origin, USA right there. Lifetime warranty. YOS has been around for since 1908. It shows here it is right here. It says right here, it says 65,000 pounds per square inch ductile iron. And if you look at some of these other ones, you'll see that they are, for example, this one. Now you're looking at it and you're looking at the price, and it really looks tempting. And this one claims also to have 60,000 psi strength. This is also going to be a Chinese made deal right here. You know, once again, this is for the price and for the 8-inch as opposed to the YOS, which is the 6.5 inch. This may do it, but in my opinion, I don't know. It just doesn't look like it's as well crafted, and you probably can't take it all the way out, flip it around, and stick it back in to have the 11 inches if you want to use that. I was also looking at this one. This one was looking tempting, and this is also. But if you notice right here, I don't know if you can see it right there, but it says heavy duty 25,000 psi. Now, like what I just showed you on the YOS, that says 60,000 psi. Now, I don't know too much. I'm not a metallurgist or anything, but 60,000 psi sounds a lot better than 25,000 psi if it's, you know, if you're asking me. I would rather, that's more than twice the strength. So, once again, this is going to be that was tempting. That's something I was looking at, but once again, that's also going to be Chinese made, and it shows that it has a lot less ductile strength. It might be a little bit thicker in areas. That's why they might make it thicker in certain areas. Here's a narrow one I was thinking about getting, but this comes out to the same price, and I believe this is probably also Chinese. So if I'm gonna pay that $209 plus $40, which comes out to you know, $260, which is almost the same price as the YOS, I might as well get an American-made one if I'm going to do that. And this one right here, this is the 8-inch. Like I said, this is the 8-inch opposed, so we might not really be comparing apples to apples. We might be comparing apples to oranges because the other one's 6.5 inch and this is 8 inch. So in reality, you might be getting more in this one because it's a little bit wider. But once again, on the Yost, I can always take it complete out, flip it around, and I'm gonna get 11 inches. So in reality, I might get 11 inches instead of the 8 inches. So that makes it up for me in my mind. So that's what I chose to go with, just because it says it has a high ductile strength. The 65,000 pound ductile strength. It's goes from 7 inches all the way from 7 to 11 inches. It's American made, and I just think it's something that's it's a one-time purchase when it comes to a vise, as long as you don't lose it. And it says it has a lifetime warranty, probably, you know, workmanship and craftsmanship. I'm sure if you drop it on its end and you break it, they're not going to cover that. But so that's the vise I decided to go with, American made Yost 865 DI 6.5 inch heavy duty reversible bench vise made in US. So I've done a lot of research. You can get the bigger one, which is the 8 inch, but for what I use it for, I'm not going to need that 8 inches. So I'm not going to pay the extra, you know, whatever $80 it costs, $240, so $90 or whatever it costs difference for the 6.5 inch and the 8 inch. So I'm gonna go with the 6.5 inch because I'm not gonna ever use that 8 inch. There's reviews on that one too, but you can see there. I mean, they're saying it's almost too big for what they need it for. It's just way above and beyond. So that's what I'm going with. I think if you can afford something like this and you're in the market, you should definitely look at something like this, because like I said, I was under the impression you couldn't get a vise made in USA under $1,000. I know Yost makes a lot of USA vise after doing my research, but I thought I couldn't get a vise for under $1,000 made in US. Apparently I'm wrong. I do have another one that's made in the US, and that's really old, and it does its job. It holds up. One of the ears actually broke off on one of them when I mounted it down to one of the tables. So they all break as long as you're abusing them, but I'll leave a link in the description. I probably won't really do a review on the vise, but I just wanted to show the vise that I'm going to be getting and why I would make that decision to get it. But I'll leave a link in the description below to people who do review it, and they're saying the same thing. It's heavy duty. It's a good vise. It's a little bit steep for the homeowner, do-it-yourselfer, but this should last a lifetime. So even if you're just doing your own maintenance, one of the main things you will be using if you're doing any type of suspension work or anything like that, or grinding, you're going to want a second hand to help you hold down the things you're grinding on or whatever you're working on. So I think it's definitely in the price range for a do-it-yourselfer homeowner. You might have to save up for it. You can actually get one of these Amazon cards, and that's probably just what I'm going to do, just make payments on the thing, just make 4 payments on the thing. So break it down, you're looking at about $60, $70 payments. Definitely worth it, considering what you can get from, I don't know, the other things you can buy, like you know, I've paid $310 for a snap-on wrench set, 10-piece. So I mean, just take that in consideration. This is going to last a lifetime. Those wrenches will last a lifetime as long as you don't lose them. Definitely something worth looking at. The only reason, like I said, I didn't get the one that Eric the car guy got, this one right here, is because it's a little bit cheaper, but it's made in China, and I just didn't want to get the exact same one that Eric the car guy got, basically. So definitely something to check out, guys, if you're interested in getting a vise, something to consider. I've done several hours worth of videos and researching and everything, and this is what I came up with. So this is my final decision when I came to this. Hopefully it lasts a lifetime. So thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe.